Hi there. Another old-fashioned sitting on my couch with my phone video. I was initially planning on doing my whole filming setup for this, but I'm just too tired. I've been working a lot lately, and I just couldn't be bothered to put together my whole setup and get my camera out and everything to do this. Today, I'm talking about something that's being touched on somewhat by really big YouTubers right now, but it hasn't become super widespread yet, I don't think. Not from what I've seen anyway, from the bigger YouTubers that I watch anyway. And I know as soon as you see the title of this video, you're going to be like, you're a microscopic, teeny tiny channel. Why in the world are you talking about this? And honestly, the reason is because I feel that when it comes to things like YouTube's rules and terms and conditions and all that, it's really important to get multiple perspectives on the issue. Everyone who's talking about it right now is a large enough YouTuber that YouTube is their job. It's their only job. It's how they make like all of their money, or at least a good portion of their money. And so they're kind of in a state of panic right now over the recent rule change. For anyone who isn't aware of it, basically recently YouTube changed their terms, and rather than being able to demonetize a video after they believe it breaks the terms, they can demonetize an entire channel now. And that's already pretty bad, demonetizing someone's entire channel, especially if they haven't done anything that, hurts people or something, because this is people's jobs. They're effectively firing them for pretty much, in most cases, stating their opinion or talking about something that they think is important, because the people whose entire channels are being demonetized right now are not people who are doing things like the Logan Paul situation. They're not people who are going out and doing really hurtful pranks to people. They're not people who are supporting something really bad. They're just people talking about whatever topic interests them. But what's even worse about this issue is the fact that apparently, from what I've seen so far, they're not warning these people at all before it happens. What usually happens with like copyright strikes or violations or getting flagged and stuff is that you're given some kind of warning saying you need to stop this behavior or this kind of talk, or you're going to get your video demonetized, or you're going to get your video taken down or get a strike on your channel. So you're given a chance to decide whether or not you think it's worth the risk, or if you're going to change whatever it is you're doing that is upsetting YouTube. There's no warning anymore. I mean, they are not saying anything about people being flagged. They're not saying anything about breaking any terms. They're just sending people a letter out of the blue that says your entire channel is being demonetized. And that's pretty much it. And apparently the wording is extremely condescending. They're kind of passive aggressive with we know it must be so hard for you and everything. And it's just nasty. So here's the thing. The reason why I think it's important for YouTubers of all sizes, teeny tiny like myself, all the way to huge, over 1 million follower ones, to talk about this is, as I mentioned, multiple perspectives on a matter like this are important. I'm not even close to big enough at this point in time to be monetized. So I don't feel that sting. I don't feel that same panic that those people do. Everyone that's having this happen right now is in a huge state of panic. They're terrified. They don't know what to do. Their livelihoods are being taken away from them right now, and they don't know how to get back. Yes, YouTube is telling them, you have a month to straighten out, but they're not telling them how. So what are they supposed to do? Since I don't have that panic, I was able to think a little more logically about this. I wanted to know, okay, YouTube's doing this, but why are they doing it? What significance is there to them to do something like this? And what I think's happening, the reason I think this happened, and the reason I think that in general YouTube constantly updates its terms and conditions to a point where it's basically a trap to its creators. Like, they know every time they change their terms and conditions, there's no way that YouTubers that are big enough, they're monetized on this platform, will have a chance to change whatever they're doing in time for the change. Like, it's just not going to happen. They know they're screwing them over. So why are they doing this? My opinion, and this is not a fact, so don't freak out, YouTube, if you see this. My opinion on the matter is I think that from the very beginning, YouTube knew it was going to be huge. I think they were very aware of the fact that the platform was going to blow up, that it was going to be bigger even than most television now. But what I don't think they counted on is I think they knew the platform would be big and that people would love watching videos and, enjoying themselves that way. I don't think they realized how many people would become famous on YouTube. I don't think they realized that a bunch of people sitting in their bedrooms talking to a camera, or a bunch of people going out and doing, prank videos or stunt videos, were going to basically reach celebrity status, because that's the truth of it. Look at some of the people on YouTube. Look at the fact that they're in mainstream stores and stuff now. They have reached celebrity status. People will do anything to get near them. People will do anything for an autograph. They pay tons of money to VidCon to see them. And I don't think YouTube realized that was going to happen, especially when they decided to start monetizing creators. I don't think they realized just how many people would reach that status. I don't think they realized how many people they were going to have to pay just for putting a video up. And since then, they've had to do damage control. They're like, okay, if we keep paying all these creators who, are at a point in their channels where they're allowed to be monetized, we're gonna lose money from this platform. So I think they panicked as much as people are panicking now over the situation. I think they panicked, they freaked out, they were like, what do? We can't, lose money. We can't afford to just pay every single person who has over a certain amount of views or subscribers or something, because people are watching YouTube very regularly now. They even have it on while they're at work and stuff. So I think that this was all coming from a place of panic. I think they needed to do something to make sure they wouldn't lose money. So they were like, let's change the rules. Let's make it a little more difficult for people to get paid on YouTube. That way, the people that are making us money, that are already famous here and are bringing more viewers in, can still get paid and they'll still stay here. But all these new people who are coming in will have a harder time getting paid by us, and then we won't have to worry about, every time somebody decides to make a channel in a year or so, they'll get paid. But I don't think that they've thought through the plans they've come up with for changing the terms and conditions. I think every time the terms and conditions are changed, something else happens, because trends are always changing. And I think every time they think, okay, this time our plan is working, this time we're getting what we want, we're paying the people we want to pay, we don't have to pay everybody though, things change again, and people find a way to find a loophole or wiggle through whatever the terms are and get paid anyway. And then they freak out and they have to come up with new conditions now, because we can't have that, we can't have all these people getting paid. I think it's all coming from that point, and I think that from not a creative point of view, but from YouTube's point of view, I think it was a huge mistake for them to ever monetize videos and creators in the first place, because when they saw the amount of people who would come to YouTube and watch videos religiously, they must have had some idea. Someone surely at YouTube had some idea of how much it was going to blow up and how much people were going to love these creators that they were watching. But for some reason, everything just blew up. And I could be completely wrong in my theory right now. I have not looked super far into YouTube's point of view on this. And to be honest, it would probably all either be legal jargon or them just trying to make people seem like they're crazy anyways, so I don't know how much of it I would believe. But I do think it's absolutely horrible what they're doing. I don't think that once they've promised someone a livelihood, they should completely rip it away. I understand demonetizing certain videos that they think are problematic, but I think everything should have to go through manual review, and I think that they shouldn't be allowed to demonetize entire channels, because what are you doing to that person now? And I know a lot of people are going to have the opinion of, well, why don't they just go out and get a job? The thing is, a lot of them start out with jobs and then because of how their channel was going and the brand deals they were getting. They had to start doing YouTube as a full-time job. And once you're, in that kind of schedule and that's what you're used to doing, it's very hard to give that up. It's a job that they love and is paying their bills, and they don't know what else they're good at right now. And it's not fair to just say, well, why don't they just go out and get a job, a real job like everybody else then, when YouTube is the one who caused them to lose their original job in the first place. But that's my thoughts. Like I said, these are just opinions, not facts, so don't freak out anybody. And I'm very aware that I could be completely wrong in my theories and opinions on this, but I just wanted to talk about it a little bit as someone from the other side of the issue, someone who's so small that I don't get monetized because all we're hearing is monetized opinions, and I thought it was important to shed light on everyone's opinion. As always, do something that makes you happy today, no matter what anyone else thinks about it, and I'll see everybody soon.